Welcome to Heal the World Show podcast, brought to you by the Healing Institute. I'm Parmelia Parham. I am the founder and the CEO of the Healing Institute. We are a online worldwide hub of holistic practitioners, and I'm so excited for the first podcast in January 2026 to have some of our practitioners with us today, and also some kind of behind the scenes people that really help us with the Healing Institute. I'm just delighted to have them here today. So we are really giving people hope. That's why we are a wellness community. Our holistic practitioners really get to the root cause of what's going on with people. We don't just look at the symptoms. We really want people to know there are ways holistically to be well and stay well on their health journey, because let's face it, we are all on a health journey. So let's make it a proactive one. I've been doing healing through holistic ways for well over 30 years, and so I do know that it works. And I do usually tell this little story about my background and what happened and why this is so important to me, and why I'm calling the Healing Institute an institute, because I'm passionate about educating people on wellness and health, how to be healthy. So we did have a tragedy in our family a few years back where my mom passed away at a very young age. She was only 61, and it was due to a complication with a medication that she had been on for a very long time. And not once was it ever mentioned to her that being on this medication for a long time could affect her kidneys. So unfortunately, she died on December the 15th, right before Christmas. I was 5 months pregnant with my son. And I just, I say it was it's a tragedy, not only because she died so young, but it's a tragedy because my children didn't ever get to meet their grandmother. And I don't want that happening for other families. So that's my passion. That's why I love doing what I'm doing, introducing holistic practitioners to the world and letting everybody know that there are so many wonderful and fabulous ways to be well. So I want to introduce, we're going to go introducing each person individually. And then they're going to let you know about what they do as uh, as a holistic way of being well, and their modalities, and also how they support the Healing Institute. So welcome, Elmarie. Elmarie is here all the way from South Africa, which I think is really great. And so, Elmarie, tell us a little bit about what you're up to these days in 2026.
Well, thank you very much, Pamelia. I appreciate that. And yes, like you said, I'm Almarie. I am speaking to you from South Africa, where it's a nice day, evening after we had some nice rain today. So it's feeling the atmosphere is good here. And yes, I have joined the Healing Institute a year ago, and I have been grateful and enjoying the space a lot, and just love to help people. So I started off as a boundaries coach, and that expanded into a program that's called the Emotional Elixir Experience, or if you want to hear all four E's, it's Almarie's Emotional Elixir Experience. And what happens in the Emotional Elixir Experience is that we learn about intentional boundaries, where we learn to create a safe space for ourselves, and what to do, how to do that, where to find out, how to find out where is the gaps in our boundaries, and how to create healthy boundaries and maintain that, implement and maintain that, because boundaries don't stand on their own. We have to maintain them. And then secondly, we work together. We work on self-relationship repair. And for a lot of women, this is quite an issue. All of us are busy taking care of someone else or other people in our lives. And we neglect our relationships with ourselves. So we work on self-relationship repair in this program. And then we work on emotional flow to understand what's happening with our emotions, where it's coming from, and how to change the impact of our emotions to have a better experience with that. And then the fourth pillar of the program is the energy leadership, or energy, so where we learn to know where our energy is going, how we are working with our energy, and we learn how to maintain that and preserve it and make sure it's going in the right direction and it's not leaking, or we're not pouring it into leaky cups. So that is the basic of the program. And then I'm excited to share that I'm starting an 8-week program on the 22nd of January. So anyone that's interested are welcome to contact me on where we're going to start with this program, and it's going to be an 8-week program. It's going to be a small group, so we can work on it intimately and be able to go deep. And yes, I'm excited to see who's going to join and what we can help, how we can help women through that, making their lives better, making their spaces safer, and making them love themselves more.
Oh, congratulations. I think that is absolutely fabulous for you to have that program starting on the 22nd of January. We'll make sure we put all that information in the show notes.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, this is really, I love the whole concept of your El Marie emotional elixir experience because, you touched on something that I think is so very important that we do that inner work. We often think, oh, we need to have a coach, or we need to take this course, or we need to get more information, or we need to be more educated. But it really all starts with us. It really starts from the inner work. So
That's
the
true.
fact that you've included that in your program is fabulous. So thank you. Yeah, and thank you so much for being part of the Healing Institute. Delighted to have you with us, and we can say South Africa is one of our countries that we're in for sure. Yes.
Yes, yippee.
Yippee. All right. Brian, please tell us where you are in the world and what you do.
Well, I'm on planet Earth someplace. I'm actually right now these days, the New York metro area. And you're asking what I do or how I serve? That's a
How
different
do you serve? Yes, that's a better question.
because what I do is drink mint juleps all day long. If I feel like it, I read a book. How I serve is baked into the theme of who I am, which is to positive touch the lives of everybody I talk to or meet. There are times when I don't, but that's a whole different story. The net effect of who I am is a business coach of sorts, but inside of most of my clients are light workers. And the premise behind most of the work isn't what your balance sheet looks like. Doesn't mean you don't want a nice balance sheet. That's not the premise of a good business. Premise of a good business is what's the energy and culture of your operation. And so I spend a great deal of my time helping people learn what the impactful, meaningful story of their experience is and how to tell that story so that they can embrace a mechanism or systems in their lives that'll help them attract and compel people to connect with them and also experience a resonating, connecting experience in the process as well. So the entire mechanism for all of this is story. Everything is story. It doesn't matter what we do in life. It's always about the story, whether it's a story that's real, a story we make for ourselves. It's all the process of our meaning making. And if we can connect people's meaning making to our practices, we will be successful.
Mhm. And people love stories. They love to listen to stories. They like to hear
Absolutely.
stories.
Absolutely. So what I do inside of what I do inside of the Healing Institute is help people tell their stories as well.
Yes, and we are going to be doing that by doing videos, and Brian is really, really good at helping us create those videos. So we're going to be having those videos on the website, each one of us explaining what we do and how we do it. So yeah, I'm very excited for 2026 because some of the things we've talked about and planned last year, we're actually finally going to get done. We're going to get those done this year. So
El Marie's video is very close to completion.
all right.
So so probably another week, maybe 2 weeks at tops. And the thing that she left out is there are other E's. There's enrichment, embracing, enhancement, expansion. You pick a few more E's. There are lots of them in there for her. So
Enthusiasm.
enthusiasm.
Elevation.
Love it. Yes. Well, okay. I'm
Thank
looking
you.
forward to that video for sure to see that. So that is our plan, and so grateful for Brian and his technology. He's very humble. He doesn't tell us what exactly how much he really knows about all the technology and doing the making the videos, and he's been very helpful. When I've had a YouTube video that wasn't quite the way I wanted it to be, so he helped me clean it up. So yeah, we're very grateful for your areas of expertise.
I think the idea is having a video that's not like CapCut made, but not as expensive as like a full production commercial you see on TV. So
Yeah, we want to have it real and we want
yeah,
it to be human. So there might be a
Very
few
true.
little glitches, which is fine. Totally fine. Thanks, Brian. Um, Kelly Ratzlaff with Awesome on Adore, Outdoor Studios.
Adore, yes.
Adore. Awesomely adore.
And I adore serving my community, so it really works out. Thank you. I work as a healer, an energy healer primarily, and I work also through Shamanic Journey. So I support clients through transmutative meditation, energy clearing. I also do soul retrieval, and clearing of past lives and all of the energy bodies. Support with clearing of beliefs and clearing out of limited identities that get trapped in the subconscious. And a lot of times that's from other lifetimes. So, especially when we come into this life and we seem to find ourselves looping in certain areas that seem almost insurmountable, that is always going to be connected to past life experiences and kind of misbeliefs that we get logged in a really deep level that goes into the subconscious that kind of impacts everything that we create as
That's
divine expressions of source. And so my specialty is in going in and helping to clear out those things and awakening the truth of your divinity within. I support everybody who is committed to being an active member of Team Earth. And I work with a lot of businesses in particular because I really love to support not only energetically and through intuitive strategy, but I'm also a professional designer and I love branding. I love creating living light logos. And those get actively used to accelerate the magnetism of businesses as well, and the website work and all of the beautiful pieces we need as businesses to really share the gift of us in the world. And so I'm kind of a unique critter in how I bring all of my gifts together to support my community.
Well, and we are so delighted to have you with us. I met Kelly about a year ago, we were introduced by someone else, and we just hit it off right away. And we've been working together. I get to have her all to myself once a month, and we do some deep downloads, which I so greatly appreciate. And also because now, with work, with Kelly being part of the Healing Institute, understanding what we want to do, she's been so supportive. You have been just so supportive of the Healing Institute and of all of the practitioners. So I just greatly appreciate all of your talents, including the design and the website talents that you have. So that and the fact that you are being so generous to say that you'll help us, whatever we need to tweak for the website. As people know, all websites need to be continually updated, and ours definitely needs a little more updating this year. And so we're going to be doing all of that. So we're very, very excited. So thank you. Thanks, Kelly, for being part of.
Yes, and we did a umbilicus reset for you last night at bedtime.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, so that's going to be providing you a whole new frequency of embodiment and more access to Mama Gaia and her gifts for you. And I was so excited to do that with you last night.
And I'm bringing it all in. I'm like a magnet, just a sponge, just can't get enough of all this beautiful energy and excitement that how we're going to be in 2026. So thank you. A couple of our practitioners were able, actually, three of them weren't able to make it today, but I want to do an introduction, just to let people know. So, Marie Piplovic is from Portland, Oregon. Oh, yeah, Kelly, you didn't say you're from Eugene, Oregon.
I'm in Eugene, Oregon.
Yeah. So we have also Marie from Portland, Oregon. So the west coast of the United States is completely being looked after.
100%.
Although that doesn't mean anything because we're global, and so wherever you are in the world, we can certainly assist you. And what Marie does is she has a number of different modalities. The what we have on the website is her modality of helping people in a who've been working in corporate or some kind of position where they just got burnt out. And she's also an amazing conscious breathing facilitator. So she has a package that she incorporates all of her gifts, and which includes, of course, the conscious breathing. And so she can definitely assist anybody who's in who's found themselves in just wondering what they want to do with their life and are not particularly happy with what's going on right now, and that you might just be exhausted from what you've been doing. And so yeah, connect with Marie Piplovic. She's amazing.
She really is. And just her presence alone helps to help you feel more calm and less of that overwhelmed stage. So, yeah.
And I have been very fortunate to be part of another group that we do what she calls a breathe once a month. So I definitely know how talented she is when it comes to combining the breath work, and she has music in the background. And she's very, 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 very gifted at pulling those all together. So yes, she is definitely some person you want to get in touch with. One of our other practitioners is in Sacramento, California, and she calls herself the Luminary, and she is a Egyptian Reiki master. It's one of her talents, as well as a number of other things. She's a spiritual coach, mindfulness life coach. Just to read a little bit from her bio, she has a passion for helping others to connect to their higher self and discover the language of their soul. And so she weaves together ancient Egyptian energy healing, light language, and intuitive frequency work with spiritual coaching. And I was very fortunate that I have had one of her sessions, and they are pretty amazing. So yes, definitely connect with Reverend Dr. Kimberly Van Dukeren, but she does go by Reverend Dr. Kimmy. And then one of our recent connections to and newly coming into the Healing Institute is Nancy Allen. Now I have to tell you about Nancy. When I first started the Healing Institute a couple of years ago, Nancy was one of the 30 practitioners I had when I called it a beta phase because we wanted to test everything out. So just after the website went live, Nancy is a emotional freedom technique practitioner, EFT or tapping. You might have heard of that. And she's now added something new to. She now is also a money coach. So I'm just so delighted that Nancy has come back and said she wants to be part of the Healing Institute again. And so Nancy's in North Carolina in the United States. So that just leaves me, the founder and CEO of the Healing Institute, and I'm in Canada. I'm on the west coast of Canada on Vancouver Island. I live in a beautiful, beautiful spot called Parksville. It's very beautiful, energetic vortex where I live. I didn't know that when I first moved here, but found that out. and wondered why there was so many amazing practitioners that all live in this area. So now we know it's due to the amazing and energetic vortex that we have here. So I have a few things under my belt that I do. Body code, emotion code work is my primary practice that I do, and that's looking at the subconscious, as Kelly mentioned earlier about our subconscious. Our subconscious really knows everything that's going on, and we don't always tap into it. So I help people look at what are the emotions that are trapped in their subconscious, those negative, unprocessed, negative, trapped emotions that are in the subconscious that we want to clear and release so that we are versions of our best self. So that's what I do. I also have a modality that I've studied when I studied under my energy teacher for 8 years. I incorporated the work that I studied with her. So realigning of belief systems and also healing past lifetime energy. So that's the modalities that I have on the website. Yes, so I will be putting in the show notes what the website is. The QR code that you see behind me, you can you can find our website there. We do have a link that you can, it's a search bar actually, that you can type in anything that you want to work on. So anything that's an issue for you, so whether it's stress or sleep or anxiety, pain, those are kind of search words. Those are all key words that are in the back end of the practitioner's profiles. So when you type those words in, that's when the profiles will come forward from the website. We know that's not exactly a great thing that's happening because we're not, people aren't finding us as much as we want them to. So we are going to be changing that and putting actually a directory. I don't want to call it a directory, but we'll be putting somewhere where you can just click on it and you'll get all of us that are on the website, and then you can choose. We all have 30-minute complimentary consultations. One of our values is that it has to be a win-win for everybody. So certainly a win for the clients that are coming to see us, a win for the practitioners, and a win for the company. So we only want to engage with you if we are the best fit for you. And so that's why we all have a 30-minute complimentary consultation so we can have a chat and get to know you and you get to know us and then decide whether or not that in fact is who you want to work with. So yes, this is our vision. Our vision is to be healthy community and worldwide and globally. So we do have a bit of an ask for anybody who's watching this video. Please let all of your community know about the Healing Institute and our fabulous holistic practitioners that we have here on the Healing Institute and how we can help you. And so, yes, let us know. Let your community know about us. And you got to meet some really amazing people that are part of the Healing Institute today.
Thank you so much for having this and hosting this beautiful, ever-growing community. We all know, all of us here know that the need for the Healing Institute will only continue to increase in the years ahead as more and more and more people become to know themselves in their spiritual light.
Thank you. Yes. And we like to say we are a community of holistic practitioners. We're not just a directory, because we all get to know each other. We have monthly meetings. We do one-on-ones with each other. We find out, exactly. We trade off on our modalities so that we've got that experience of the modality of the other person. Or of the other practitioners. So when clients are coming to the website and interacting, they might interact with just one of us, but actually you're getting all of us. So we are a wellness community, and we invite you all to come and find us and let's have a conversation.
And let's bring in wellness in 2026 in ways that we weren't able to receive it the previous year.
Absolutely, yes. big magnet of attraction for wellness in 2026. Thanks everybody for joining me.
Thank you.